Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best baby strollers.
Starting at number 5.
Graco Mode's Pramette. The Graco Mode's Pramette appears to be a unicorn. It boasts a from-birth bassinet and toddler seat for under $300. Considering the price point is south of any other stroller I tested, I had my doubts. But honestly, the Graco Mode's Pramette gets the job done. It's lightweight, easy to fold, with one hand, works from birth, and has a reversible seat and spacious basket. There are compromises, of course. Starting with the installation, which was tricky and the manual was no help. Once I set it up, I found that the seat barely reclined. Once I started strolling, I found there isn't really a suspension, and the front wheels got stuck on curbs, though it's light enough to lift over obstacles. The accessories are just so. The canopy is SPF 50, but not full coverage, so you won't completely protect your little from sun or rain. The handle isn't adjustable and is cushioned in foam, which both get old after a while. The cup holder has a warning not to use it with hot beverages, and it's apt. Both the cup holder and phone console rotate as you rumble, so both end up being completely useless.
Coming at number 4.
Gazelle S Stroller. Indoors, the Cybex Gazelle S shines. During a grocery trip, the huge basket, which has high sides and easy front and back access, handled everything I needed, plus everything my 6-year-old thought we needed. Likewise, when I headed to the museum with my 3 kids, the Cybex Gazelle S had plenty of space for my baby bag and all the outerwear Minnesota's wet, cold weather required. On the streets, it was a different story. The Cybex Gazelle S is the heaviest stroller I tested, but not by much. However, the difference between it and the next most heavy felt like approximately 8 gazillion pounds rather than the 0.8 pounds it actually was. Something about the wheel suspension and the angles of the handle meant that each time I used it, an old overuse injury of mine flared. It was possible to manage the stroller one-handed while I drank my matcha latte, but it wasn't as easy breezy as the other strollers I tested. The assembly was tricky, too. I could forgive the harrowing assembly and heft if it seemed like my baby's experience was excellent, but it just wasn't. He never zanked during any of our test rides, perhaps because the bumps in the sidewalk jostled him to the point that his toys went flying more than once.
At number 3.
Bugaboo Fox 3. This stroller and I started off on the wrong wheel. It was the second to last stroller I assembled, and by then, I fancied myself something of a stroller assembly expert. Even so, the Bugaboo Fox 3 took me the longest to put together. The manual, whose nearly wordless explanations left something to be desired, was not particularly helpful. I definitely gave the stroller the stink eye as I clicked all 4, why so many, buckles to secure my baby in the rumble seat. Then I started walking. The stroller glided like a majestic cruise ship, sturdy and smooth. The padded seat and gentle ride lulled my normally too curious to snooze baby to sleep. The large wheels were the best of any I tried at navigating rough seas that abound in my neighborhood. Okay, they're sidewalks.
Number 2 of my list.
Baby Jogger City. This nimble, 3-wheeled, not jogging, stroller from Baby Jogger has a high-quality feel, and nearly all of its features work exceptionally well, including the folding mechanism. To wit, the City Mini GT2 has the best folding mechanism of any stroller I've used in 7 years of parenting. With other details like a rubberized adjustable handle, locking front wheel, serious hand brakes, a super soft seat, and a limited lifetime warranty, you get the idea that this ride will last all the way through your stroller years. In fact, a previous version of this stroller is the one I had on my first baby registry, and 7 years later, it's still in my garage. The City Mini GT2 is at its best in motion. It hops curbs and cruises over cracks like a boss. I have steps to the front and back of my house, and, while it wasn't pretty, I was able to carry my baby with one arm and then carry the stroller with the other.
And number 1.
Cruz V2 Stroller. Have you heard of the bliss point? It's the precise ratio of sugar, salt, and fat that maximizes deliciousness and makes food irresistible. I dare say the Baby Cruz V2 has attained the bliss point of strollers. It's wide enough to be stable, yet narrow enough to fit easily through doorways. It's cozy enough to hold my 8-month-old, yet gamely adjusts to accommodate my 4-year-old. The large wheels are large enough to absorb bumps, yet it's slim when folded, and stands on its own. It has a 5-point harness yet has just 2 clips to buckle. It's luxe enough to feel fancy, but straightforward enough that it took me under 10 minutes to put together. Its folding mechanism is convenient and clever, despite requiring 2 hands. And the storage space? The basket holds a beefy 30 pounds. When I travel during a testing period, which product I want to bring along is telling. When we headed out of town for the weekend this time, if you had peeked between the captain's chairs in our packed minivan, you would have seen the Baby Cruz V2 nestled there.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.